President Obama endorsed Hillary Clinton in a message on her YouTube channel. Let's watch a portion of it here.
I want to congratulate Hillary Clinton on making history as the presumptive Democratic nominee for President of the United States. Look, I know how hard this job can be. That's why I know Hillary will be so good at it. In fact, I don't think there's ever been someone so qualified to hold this office. She's got the courage, the compassion, and the heart to get the job done. And I say that as somebody who had to debate her more than 20 times. Even after our own hard-fought campaign, in a testament to her character, she agreed to serve our country as Secretary of State. And from the decision we made in the Situation Room to get bin Laden, to our pursuit of diplomacy in capitals around the world, I have seen her judgment. I've seen her toughness. I've seen her commitment to our values up close. I've seen her determination to give every American a fair shot at opportunity, no matter how tough the fight was. That's what has always driven her, and it still does. So I want those of you who've been with me from the beginning of this incredible journey to be the first to know that I'm with her. I am fired up, and I cannot wait to get out there and campaign for Hillary. I also want to thank everybody who turned out to vote and who worked so hard for our candidates. This has been a hard-fought race. I know some say these primaries have somehow left the Democratic Party more divided. Well, they said that 8 years ago as well. But just like 8 years ago, there are millions of Americans, not just Democrats, who've cast their ballots for the very first time. And a lot of that is thanks to Senator Bernie Sanders, who has run an incredible campaign. I had a great meeting with him this week, and I thanked him for shining a spotlight on issues like economic inequality and the outsized influence of money in our politics, and bringing young people into the process. Embracing that message is going to help us win in November. But more importantly, it'll make the Democratic Party stronger, and it will make America stronger.
Here's the first thing I noticed about that. The only time Obama brought up policy specifics was when he mentioned Bernie Sanders. He's, many of the new people voting are thanks to Bernie Sanders, and Bernie Sanders, speaks about economic inequality, and he speaks about money in politics. During the entire portion where he's just talking about Hillary, I wrote down all the words that he used to try to get people to vote for her. He said, she's so qualified, she's courageous, she's compassionate, she has heart, she's tough, she has judgment, and she has commitment to our values. Notice something about every single word he used to describe Hillary Clinton. It's all super vague, and none of it is policy specific. None of it had anything to do with policy. It's just, I don't know, I'm going to use flowery words and rhetoric to try to say how great Hillary Clinton is. And then when you bring up Bernie Sanders, just as a side point, because, you're Obama, so you got to give everybody credit for something, because that's in your nature. What do you say? That's the only time you actually bring up policy specifics. Hey, he wants to get money out of politics. Hey, he's really concerned about this massive income inequality. Funny how you didn't say that about Hillary Clinton. Why didn't you say that about Hillary Clinton? Because you kind of know Hillary Clinton isn't in that boat. And by the way, President Obama, largely on those issues, is more in agreement with Hillary Clinton than with Bernie Sanders. So, guys, look, I don't want you to misunderstand what I'm saying. These, as Brother Cornel West says, these milquetoast neoliberals, no, it's not true that they're as bad as Republicans. It's just not. But are they milquetoast neoliberals, and are they the lesser of two evils? Oh, absolutely. And you're kidding yourself if you think that they're not evil. Now, I give them credit when credit is due. So, for example, as I've said about Obama a zillion times, I think his second term was much better overall than his first term. For example, I agree totally with the Iran deal. I think that was fantastic. I agree totally with the Cuba deal. I think that was fantastic. The executive orders on immigration were great. The fact that he's been slowly releasing, pardoning, and commuting nonviolent drug offender sentences, I think that's fantastic. I'll even give him credit for Obamacare, even though it was this middle-of-the-road, worst kind of reform possible, because at least we did some kind of healthcare reform, and anything was better than nothing at the point that we were at. So I'm going to give these people credit, including Hillary Clinton, when it is deserved. But let's stop pretending like we all kind of agree with Bernie Sanders and we're all in his camp and we're all fighting for the same values. Yeah, no, you're not. No, you're not. See, he's an actual liberal in the context of U.S. politics, an actual progressive. And you guys are centrist or center-right. You're, again, as Cornel West says, milquetoast neoliberals. So when I hear Obama's endorsement, I hear the subtext, which is, yeah, Bernie Sanders, idealistic, whatever, naive, step aside. Hillary Clinton. Why Hillary Clinton? Because she'll sprinkle in the wee bit of change every now and then like I did. But at the end of the day, TPP. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, more free trade deals. At the end of the day, Obama, a lot of people don't know this, Obama bragged about doing 7 interventions. That's something a liberal should brag about? This is why he would prefer Hillary Clinton. Because Hillary Clinton does agree with the TPP. She pushed for it 45 times before she came out against it. Hillary Clinton does agree with this soft imperialism of the establishment Democrats, the mild interventionism, which is better than the outright neoconservative, let's ground invade everywhere, but it's still intervention and it's still imperialism. So I really hear the subtext, which is she's going to continue business as usual. She is the status quo. She's somebody who will sprinkle in a little bit of change every now and then, but will largely serve the corporations and the establishment, which is why the person who is the head of the establishment today prefers Hillary Clinton. And it really is, make no mistake about it, this common patting on the back of Bernie Sanders is simply because Obama's Obama, and he knows how to do nothing other than try to unify and make everybody happy and be a standard politician in that you try to let everybody know, oh, I'm on your side if you're somebody who likes Bernie Sanders. He does shit like this with fucking Chuck Grassley and Jeff Sessions and Republicans too. Like, oh, no, I'm totally on your side. So don't think like, oh, yeah, I'm sure he agrees with Bernie Sanders in many respects. No, Hillary Clinton would be a continuation of his policies and, if anything, probably a little further right on the spectrum. So I mean, we all knew this was coming to one extent or another, but it's still, no matter what, you always get sad when you see people who are supposed to be Democrats abandon what are traditional Democratic values. As I've said before, the party of FDR became the party of Wall Street. And Bernie Sanders tried to bring it back to being the party of FDR, and the people want it to be the party of FDR again. But President Obama, Hillary Clinton, many other establishment Democrats, Chuck Schumer, you name them, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, they're committed to keeping it the party of Wall Street. Sprinkling a little bit of change now and then, but largely business as usual. And that's sad.